Good evening, everyone. This is Michael J. Migliori, and I am Man on Film. I apologize in advance for my look and the overall look of today's video. I'm going to have a pretty rough, busy week this week, so I don't really have time to go into a whole lot of setup. And in any case, I just got out of the shower, taking a nice, refreshing shower. But anyway, moving on. Let's start off with our what you should watch this weekend. This week we have two films coming out in wide release. The first one we're going to talk about is Alice in Wonderland. More precisely speaking, Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. A lot of expectations for this movie coming out because of Tim Burton, because of Johnny Depp. It's the story of this one doesn't actually follow the original timely Disney classic or even Lewis Carroll's first book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I'm pretty sure it follows the second book, which was Through the Looking Glass, which is Alice returning to Wonderland after having left and grown up a little bit. Visually speaking, Tim Burton's done a lot to this film. It looks almost half cartoony, and that's a visual style. For those of you who are familiar, Tim Burton's films usually do tend to have a strong visual style. He's a very visual director, a very visionary director. And that he's definitely put his spin on this particular one. Like I said, it looks almost half cartoony, a lot of CGI effects, and I'm not sure that completely sells me on it. I'm not a huge fan of CGI effects, but I am a fan of Tim Burton, and I become increasingly a fan of Johnny Depp the more and more I see him. But I'm never really a fan of him when his movies come out, so I'm not too sure about this one. He just seems like he's playing second version of Willy Wonka. But in any case, the film does look interesting. I believe it's being released in IMAX, fake IMAX 3D, in addition to the regular release. So that one will be coming out. Like I said, there's probably going to be a lot of people looking forward to this film because of Johnny Depp, because of Tim Burton. It's been a while since Tim Burton's come out with a film. And, Johnny Depp has his swarms of fangirls and fanboys. But yeah, Alice in Wonderland. The second film we have coming out is Brooklyn's Finest. This is sort of looks like a police drama set in New York. New York police drama, you could say. It has a nice cast to it, directed by a man called Antoine Fuqua. You might remember him, or you might not, because most people don't really know who he is. But his name is really fun to pronounce, Antoine Fuqua. Directed Training Day, and if any of you have seen Training Day, I'm a big fan of Training Day. Training Day was a great film, very gritty, very real, as we say in the hood. And I'm actually looking forward to this one because of that, because Antoine Fuqua has this way of bringing that out of his films. And that is pretty much the deciding factor for me. I definitely want to see that. I want to see this New York drama because of that. Not to mention, we have some good talent involved in this film also. Richard Gere is in it. We have Don Cheadle. We have Ethan Hawke. And of course, we have my brother's keeper, Wesley Snipes. Good to see Wesley Snipes in a film that didn't go straight to DVD. So I'm excited for that one also. Alright, we got a pretty tough decision this week. And I think what it's going to actually get down to is what actually stimulates you the most. When you look at the trailers for Alice in Wonderland, when you look at the trailers for Brooklyn's Finest, what makes you say, that looks interesting, or I'd like to see 2.5 or an hour and a half of that. For me personally, I'm from New York, so I'm really interested in going to see Brooklyn's Finest this week. That's going to be my suggestion. Now, mind you, I don't make this suggestion to say per se that one film is better than the other, because this week both films look equally good. But I've never been to Wonderland. I've been to Brooklyn. I might decide to go to Wonderland if Anne Hathaway is still there. But like I said, I'm from New York. I'm from Queens, but I know Brooklyn, so I want to see this drama unfold, so to speak. So I'm really interested in seeing Brooklyn's Finest. That's my suggestion for the week. Like I said, it doesn't have anything to do with one film being better than the other. Like I said, I think they both are equally good. So if you can check them both out, please do so. But personally, I'll probably only end up seeing Brooklyn's Finest and catch Alice in Wonderland maybe later on in the week. Speaking of catching films later on in the week, next week is this Friday is the start of the Miami International Film Festival. So those of you who live in the South Florida area, do go check that out. We have a lot of nice films going, premiering there. We have one interesting film by a very strange director called Harmony Korine. His film is called Trash Humpers, and it's supposed to be a very interesting and very kind of eclectic, very bizarre film. But aside from that, I'm personally going to see a few of the Brazilian cinema films because of my Brazilian background, and really it's an area I've actually studied. So, Miami International Film Festival. I believe one of the smaller theaters participating is having a viewing of Eraserhead, which is one of the classic kind of sci-fi, kind of strange movies in cinema. So if you can, go check that out. Go check out some of the other films. All right. This has been Michael J. Migliori. Man on Film.